Ugh, the wedding. What a grand affair that wedding was. It was a 3-day affair. Before the wedding, I would see Brandon because I can look straight into their house, and it's usually not that interesting. But I would see Brandon down in that little study on his computer until like 2, 3 in the morning. Why I was up until 2, 3 in the morning, I don't know. But I would look over and say, oh my God, Brandon is still working on that computer, doing his transportation lists and his housing lists. He worked so hard on it. And it was everything, to me, came off without a hitch.
Brandon decided that he can pull it together, and he did. So he was the organizer and coordinator, and we hired, obviously, help. And we wanted to engage the local vendors instead of trying to get people from the outside to help us. So catering to renting a bunch of houses here for the families and friends and everybody. We brought about 200 people for a 3-day long weekend on LBI. Also, it was one big musical weekend. Obviously, a lot of people from the Opera House were here. Focus to be on music and water and the beach, with a few surprises.
The way they entered their wedding ceremony was on jet skis.
You have to cross the bay on 2 jet skis, and Matt Tibaldi offered to borrow his jet ski, and we had mine.
I've actually seen him take my jet ski, and Brandon took his jet ski, and they made that their grand entrance to their wedding. Talk about a big bravado kind of an entrance. Here they come in, the two of them, beaching right up on the beach.
And I came in first. We were sort of crisscrossing each other, and I beached Matt's jet ski first, but with a little bit too much excitement and almost actually hit the fence.
The way they came up onto the little beach at their wedding ceremony was so indicative of their personalities. Yaron came zooming in like a bat out of hell and beached that thing. It was practically where we were standing. And when Brandon got close to the little beach, he kind of slowed down, and he didn't want to hurt himself. And of course, he didn't want to hurt the jet ski either. And that is so indicative of the two of them. Brandon is much more cautious, and Yaron is just like carefree, like someone else will take care of it. It was funny. I watched that. It's like, yep, that's them.
They're extremely glamorous couple. The guys showing up on the jet skis across the bay, which was just something else. It was, it really was like an ad for aftershave or something, or GQ magazine.
And I was so happy that this was happening because, Yaron's not an emotional guy. And a wedding is all emotion. Even though Yaron skipped up the aisle and really didn't have his vows really prepared, as well as Brandon, you could still tell that he was as emotional as you're going to get, as he's going to get about the whole thing.
He's been all around the world, and he's met a lot of guys. I mean, a lot.
Writing the song for the wedding was a fun way of kind of roasting them about them meeting on Christian Mingle in a loving way, because he has a really good sense of humor about himself and definitely does not take himself that seriously.
Who could have known you'd give his mom your kidney? You're one fine ass singing, meditating, cupcake making man. Now it's been 6 years of heaven, and you're still going strong. And with Grandma Sugar's blessing, there's no way that you'll go wrong. So everybody raise a glass to Brandon and Yaron.
My 2 mentors at Sungarden and Life, and great friends, Pat Brazel and Dave Arrett, both actually gave the 2 speeches that are at Brandon and my wedding.
I wanted to do them both honor, and especially Yaron, since knowing him for as long as I have and having such admiration for him. Yaron was, how can I say, awestruck, I think is the only word that comes to me, with my adventurous and exciting lifestyle. And frankly, how could he not be? I mean, I was everything he aspired to be. But in my generosity, I took Yaron under my wing and taught him everything he knows. So yes, I'm very happy to be here today to talk about Yaron.
I wanted you all to know there were 18 tables, and wouldn't you know it, there were 18 countries that this pair of globetrotters have visited over the last couple of months. So they think of just everything. What can I say? Thanks a lot. You guys, thank you so much for everybody. One more time.
Brandon surprised me with a song that he sang, and I didn't expect that. Brandon is pretty shy, so he doesn't really like singing in front of friends and family. And in general, unless it's the Metropolitan Opera House with 4,000 people in the audience, he just won't sing. He's too shy.
The skies above are blue. My heart was wrapped up in clover. The night I looked at you.
My favorite moment from the wedding is that's a tough one. I mean, I think just having everyone looking out during the ceremony and seeing all of these people that we love all in one space, all under one roof, was something to behold, and I don't think it'll be something unfortunately we'll probably never ever have that opportunity again. So I definitely wanted to take that in and recognize the importance of having all of these loved ones. The energy you get from that in one space was really pretty incredible. And of course, you know, getting to marry Yaron wasn't so bad either. He continually amazes me, and knowing Yaron has changed me in many, many ways. I think he's guided me in so many ways, almost like a mentor would, you know, in life, though. You know, he's taken me and really helped me understand things from a long view and gaining perspective on things. As an artist, I tend to be very visceral in my responses, and they're not always thought out, but they're sometimes just plain emotional. And he has a way of helping me understand the larger picture and gaining perspective, which is so valuable.